Hello everyone, today I'm going to be continuing reading Blaire Wilson's first book by Jennifer Castle. Chapter 12, Experiments. Hey, I said to Mom and Dad, who were sitting on the couch in the living room. I waved at Grandpa, who was on the other side of the room reading the newspaper. He winked at me and went back to the local section. Come sit, Dad said, pointing to a chair opposite them. You guys want a wedding planning check-in, right? I have lots of new ideas to show you. I pulled up my inspiration board and placed the tablet on the coffee table between us. Great, Mom replied, picking up my tablet. But first, your dad and I are concerned about how you've been so absorbed in this device lately. I haven't been that absorbed, I said. I've been helping Dad in the barn most of the time, and what I do online is for wedding stuff. We know you're taking your job seriously, and we're proud of you for that, but you're spending way too much time by yourself, lost in a screen. Across the room, Grandpa rustled his newspaper. That's where all the good ideas are, I protested. Mom closed the tablet, then got up and put it on a shelf. Well, let's give it a break for the night. Hey, I begged, starting to get up. Not negotiable, she said in the firm voice I knew too well. I sat back down. Besides, that's not where the good ideas are, Dad said. Last time I checked, they were all in here. He leaned over and tapped the top of my head. Well, okay, I said. But isn't it a combo? Mom, don't you get inspiration from recipes you see online? Sure I do, Mom replied. But just the inspiration. Then I take that and experiment in the real world. Try that, okay? Fine, I sighed. I'm going to check on the animals. It's not working. Why isn't it working? I took Mom's suggestion, and the next afternoon I was doing some experimenting based on what I'd seen online. A delicate bird's nest centerpiece with fake moss and silver eggs inside it. But I figured, why use fake moss when we had real moss handy? And if the eggs were covered in lavender and copper glitter, that would add Cat's color and the fancy factor, right? I had gathered some moss along with twigs for the nest from the woods that morning. Eggs were courtesy of Dandelion and her friends. But nowhere online did it say how hard it would be to wrangle twigs into a nest shape. My nest looked more like a raft. The eggshells kept cracking when I tried to paint on the glitter glue, and the moss was making everything all dirty. Beckett came bounding out of the house onto the porch. Ooh, he said, seeing my nest raft. Are you making a fort? Can I help? He leaned in closer to look at the eggs. Is there supposed to be a worm there? What? I leaned in too. An earthworm was squiggling out from under one of the eggs. I must have picked it up with the moss this morning. Yuck! Beckett picked up the worm and dangled it in front of me. Do you want it, or can I have it? You can have it, Beckett, I said. He grinned and ran off. Good. I did not need my little brother around right now. What I did need was my wedding assistant. I snapped some photos of the centerpiece and then texted Thea. Blaire. Hey, wedding assistant. I can't make these look the way I want. Help! I stared at the screen while waiting for Thea's reply. Where was she? We hadn't talked much lately, and she hadn't been back to help with the barn. I realized how much I missed her. Finally, Thea messaged me back. Thea. Hi, what's up? Cool sparkly things. I'm sure you'll figure it out. I waited for her to type more, offering advice. But that was it. No emojis or fun gifs either. Was she mad at me? Blaire. What are you doing? Half an hour later, she still hadn't replied. Maybe she'd missed my text. I sometimes miss short ones too. I texted her a photo I'd taken of Penny the lamb with an adorable expression on her face. It actually looked like she was smiling. Pleasant View Farm had gotten a ton of likes online when we'd posted it. Blaire. Look at this face. Penny misses you. No answer. I waited 1 minute, then 2. After 3 minutes, I went back to working on my centerpiece, but couldn't concentrate. It wasn't like Thea not to answer right away, especially for a super hilarious photo like that. "Blaire," called Mom from the restaurant kitchen, "I've got a surprise for you." I hopped up and dashed inside, bringing my tablet with me in case Thea texted. Mom was standing in the kitchen with a big grin, holding something behind her back. "What is it?" I asked. "A magical cure for my lactose intolerance?" "Sort of," she said. She held up the surprise. Ta-da! All I saw was a shrink-wrapped block of something white. "Okay," I said, not sure what I was looking at. "It's soy cheese," Mom exclaimed. "Ew," I said, scrunching up my nose. "Hey now," Mom said, "you haven't even tried it yet." She put the block down on the counter. "I know you haven't wanted to cook lately since you can't have dairy, and I totally understand, but maybe you can start cooking with dairy substitutes." I put the tablet down. "I don't know, Mom." "You can start with something simple. How about a grilled cheese sandwich? It's one of your all-time favorites, and we'll just tweak it a little for the new, healthier Blaire." Grilled cheese. I hadn't had one since long before that day in the doctor's office. Mom grabbed a skillet from the pot rack. "How about this? I'll make a sandwich and we can split it." "Will soy cheese cook up the same as regular cheese? Like, will it get all gooey?" "I'm not sure," Mom replied. "Let's experiment." We got to work. Mom sliced the soy cheese, and I used olive oil to grease up the bread so it got crispy, the way I liked it. As Mom grilled the sandwich, my mouth started to water. When it was done, she put it on a plate and cut it in half. Cheese oozed out. That was a good sign. Mom handed me half and held up hers. We touched our sandwich halves together. "To grilled soy cheese," I said, feeling hopeful. I took a bite. Crispy bread, check. Warm gooiness, check. But as I chewed, something wasn't right. The texture was rubbery, and it didn't taste like the cheese I loved. I tried not to think of the worm Beckett had found in the moss earlier. Mom was chewing her bits slowly. She said. "This is sort of a bit." I managed to swallow. "I think the word you're looking for is gross." I dropped my half on the plate. Mom put her sandwich down too. "You're right. It's gross. Okay, so this experiment officially failed, but there are plenty of other substitutes out there." Mom put her arm around me. "We'll try again, okay?" "Maybe," I said. "I'll talk to the Martins," Mom said. "They'll have some ideas. Joanne and Elliot Martin are our neighbors, and they run a dairy. Mom uses all their stuff in the restaurant. They have the best cheese ever." I looked at the clock. "I've got some chickens to feed," I said, grabbing my tablet. "And I have to make your brother a snack before I get ready for the dinner service." "Hey, Blaire," Mom said as I headed for the door. "Yeah?" "Thanks for trying with the cheese." I grinned. "I don't think we should call that stuff cheese." Out at the coop, I told Dandelion about the experiment gone wrong. "It was a mess," I said. "But you know what? I liked cooking with Mom again, even if it was just a sandwich." Dandy clucked sympathetically just as my tablet dinged. Finally, Thea answered. Thea: "Adorable! I haven't seen the animals in forever, or you. Maybe I could come over for a sleepover tonight?" Blaire: "I was thinking the same thing, BFF. Jinx!" We sent high-five emojis back and forth like we always did when that happened. Yes, this was the BFF I knew. Blaire: "Hey, do you have any glitter glue? I'm all out and we still need to figure out those centerpieces." I waited while Thea texted. She took forever to reply. Thea: "Actually, if I come over, maybe we could not do wedding stuff." Huh? Thea hadn't actually done any wedding stuff with me since that day in the barn. Thea, I have this epic sleepover idea anyway. Camp out with Penny and Dash in the pen. What do you think? That was actually a really good idea. I wished I'd thought of it. Blaire, a sleepover with the animals. Genius. Let's do it. My stomach started growling, so I headed back to the kitchen. My tablet dinged again right as I got inside. Another text from Thea, with a photo this time. Thea, hey, remember this place? It was a selfie of Thea in front of the waterfall. I would have recognized that swimming hole anywhere. It was split rock. Thea and I always tried to find the funniest possible way to jump off the rock into the water, so that's why she hadn't been replying. She was swimming. Phew. Blaire, split rock. Good times. Another photo came through. This one was of Madison, the girl from Thea's dance troupe, doing her own jump off the rock. Her legs were in crisscross applesauce, and she was leaning her elbows on her knees, like she was just hanging out there casually in midair. Thea, Madison officially won the funniest jump award today. I felt my stomach drop. Thea played our game without me. She hadn't even told me she was going to split rock. Thea, I'll show you more pics tonight when I come over. Blaire, sure. I set my tablet down on the counter. There was a plate with half a grilled cheese sandwich, a real one made with the Martin's fabulous sharp cheddar. Mom must have made it for Beckett, and Beckett didn't finish it? Didn't he know how good he had it? One bite's not going to hurt, a little voice inside me whispered. So I took one bite. It was totally, completely delicious. I looked at the photo of Madison at Split Rock and took another bite of the sandwich. Why didn't Thea invite me today? Another bite. Before I knew it, I'd, eaten the whole sandwich. Blaire? Grandpa called me from the front desk. Can you set up the afternoon service? We offer tea, coffee, and cookies to the B&B guests every day at 4 o'clock. Yep, I called back, turning my tablet off. As I set things up in the common room, my stomach started cramping. It hadn't done that in a while. I'd forgotten how intensely awful it felt. 45 minutes later, I was in my room, curled up on my bed, feeling absolutely terrible. I was in no shape for a sleepover. Blaire, not feeling great. Rain check on the sleepover? Thea, are you okay? Blaire, yeah, but I may have eaten some cheese. I attached a gif of a dog looking guilty. Thea, Blaire, that's not funny. Blaire, I know, I didn't mean to. It just happened. Thea, bummer. I was really looking forward to the sleepover. I missed you today at the swimming hole. I didn't know what to say to that. She didn't exactly look like she missed me in those photos with Madison. Besides, she was the one who hadn't invited me. Now she was making me feel guilty about canceling the sleepover. It wasn't like I made myself sick on purpose. I'd just forgotten what eating cheese did to me. Thea, Blaire, hello? I knew I should talk to my BFF, but where would I even start? Blaire, I'm going to bed. Good night. Thea, okay, feel better soon. I tossed my tablet down on the bed, tears welling in my eyes. Grilled cheese was out of my life, and now it felt like my best friend was too. I picked up the tablet again and opened the web browser. There were a few new episodes of Dress Quest. I'd watched 2 episodes when there was a knock on my door. It was Beckett. Dad says dinner's ready. Ugh, my stomach still hurt, and I didn't want to tell Dad what happened. I had a late snack, I told Beckett. Can you tell Dad I'm not hungry? Beckett shrugged and left. I went back to Dress Quest, watching one episode after another until I fell asleep. Oh, that was kind of a sad way to end chapter 12. It was a cute chapter, I thought maybe at the beginning, but yeah, it didn't turn out so well for Blaire in the end. I think she was really hoping to sort of fix things with Thea, but I think now she kind of just made it worse for herself and for her stomach. Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for her right now. Can you imagine not ever having grilled cheese again? I mean, who doesn't love grilled cheese? But she's got to find another substitute, and I know she will at some point. So we're going to continue reading, but in the next video. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel and hit the little bell for post notifications for chapter 13. Thanks for watching. See you soon.